Hey guys, welcome back. Today, in this session, we are going to talk about what is a cloud computing and why cloud computing become a popular platform in the market, right? And we also discuss about our older technologies and what's the difference between Windows environment and virtualization environment and current cloud computing environment, right? So we are going to talk about these three, and end of the session, you are going to get and you are going to understand why the people are companies are moving to the cloud at this moment. Okay, let's begin. Okay, so what is a cloud computing, guys? I mean, so what do you mean by cloud? Okay, so cloud is somewhere in sky, right? Yeah. So cloud computing is nothing but cloud computing is one of the platforms so where you can create your resources, create a storage, virtual machines, and you can manage them, and you can update, you can delete, okay, from anywhere in the world. Okay, so when I say anywhere in the world, you can just sit from home and you can travel, you can go from enter in the world, and you can access your environment just on one click. Okay, so that's how cloud computing is becoming a very popular technology now. Okay, easy to manage, easy to create the things, easy to save our time. There are a lot of less administrative time, right? I'll give a very good example. So, what is a cloud computing? Okay, so for example, you have traveled to one of the place and you don't have a house to stay there. So what you do, you look for one of the house, or you look for hostel or PG, and you pay for the rent. And while paying the rent, what you do in the end of the month, you pay the rent. But in between 30 days, you are going to utilize the house of the TV, or bed, water, food, etc. So end of the month you are going to pay for, right? So it means that the whatever you have utilized, you can treat that as a resources or services that is provided by your hostel owner or house owner or PG owner. You are paying end of the month, right? So here is something cloud computing. What it says is, boss, I'm providing some resources to you so that you can manage from anywhere. Okay, so who is providing cloud in the market? I mean, that's why I mentioned who are the cloud providers in the market. If you look at, right, so the main popular cloud providers in the market is Microsoft, Amazon, and Google. There are a lot others too, but yeah, if you think about it, these are the three major cloud providers. So what is mean by cloud provider? Here, Amazon is having, or Microsoft is having a lot of cloud services. Either it may be storage, VMs, network, everything, right? So they are providing services to you, so you can utilize them, and end of the month, how much you have utilized, you have to pay for it. Okay, so that is how it works actually. And who can use cloud and who cannot use cloud, I'll be telling you very clearly in the going forward, but at least you try to understand what is a cloud and who is promoting the cloud market in this slide, right? I'm going to the next slide. And why cloud become popular in market, guys? This is a very good thing you have to must know, because why cloud became popular. If you think about it, 5 years back, 10 years back, nobody's talking about cloud, right? So nobody even thinking about cloud. I mean, nobody was thinking cloud is becoming a very popular technology right now. I mean, if you think, it's becoming a very popular, right? So the main difference here you need to know, while using the cloud computing, you are saving a lot of administrative time, and you're not worry about data center level, storage, or whatever the stuff it is located in the data center side, and easy to recover and easy to restore, and there is a high availability, and you will be getting 99.9% high availability from the cloud provider. So don't confuse cloud provider, nothing but Microsoft or Amazon, who is providing cloud to us. Okay, you're end of the day, you're just paying for money and you're getting services from the cloud providers. Getting it? And why companies are migrating to the cloud? It's a very simple, right? I'll be giving very good example. Okay, so the main reason, if you ask me, why companies are migrating to the cloud, to save a lot of time, to save a lot of money, and if you have a business with clients, and you can give 99.9% SLA to them, and easy to decommission whenever, if you have any project and the project is completed, and easy to decommission the staff, and a lot of things. Okay, so That's why companies are moving to the cloud environment, right? So you can ask me, I mean, why, what's wrong with the current technologies? I mean, there is a virtualization platform, there is a data center. I mean, what if I have a lot of servers are created in my data center, and what should I do with them? And there are a lot of questions you can ask me, right? Yeah, I'll be telling each and everything in the next slide, right? So now, what is the difference between Windows virtualization and cloud computing? Guys, this is very interesting thing you should know, because now people are talking about cloud computing. Earlier people were talking about virtualization. Before virtualization there is a Windows. Everybody knows, right? If you right now in the 2021, the people are now start talking on cloud. So if you go faster, I mean, go a little bit 20 years back, nobody knows what is a cloud, nobody knows what is a virtualization, right? So in those days, when you think about 2000 year of the 2000, there is no concept called virtualization or cloud, and the people are purchasing a lot of servers, and people are purchasing a lot of licenses, and they're setting up in a data center, and it was quite difficult to manage. Okay, so if you think about it, in those days, if you want to set up an application, you have to purchase one server, and if you want to set up an active directory or so on so on applications, you have to purchase each and dedicated server need to be, you have to purchase, you have to pay for it, and it's not so easy. Okay, and it's quite difficult for administrative, a lot of time, and it's very difficult to restore the entire system. You have to wait, there are a lot of downtime issues, a lot of challenges you are facing it. So okay, so when you are using in a Windows environment in the 2000 year of the 2000, and there is no concept called as virtualization, it means that when you are purchasing in a server, if the server is coming up with a 100 GB of RAM, and 500 GB of storage, and if you are only using one of the application configured inside the server, and rest of the memory is going to waste. Okay, so it is something, you're losing money there, and you're spending a lot of money. So after some earlier, so in the year of 2008, Microsoft introduced, and VMware or Citrix, they have focused on virtualization technology, right? So what virtualization technology does, if you're purchasing one of the two or three servers or some servers, so you can make, you can just install a virtualization on the top of the hardware. So Windows, they use Hyper-V as a virtualization, so you can use a Hyper-V virtualization software. Okay, so for example, you have created you have purchased one of the server with 100 GB of RAM and 500 GB of hard disk, and I know what you can do is, if you are only utilizing 10 GB of RAM, and on 50 GB of hard disk, so you're not going to waste remaining space. Okay, remaining RAM, memory in the server, or remaining space in a hard disk, you're not going to waste. That's why this virtualization is came into the mind. So what it does is, using HANA Hyper-V is a virtualization software. You can utilize RAM, and you can utilize hardware, and you can create a virtual machine. Getting it? So this virtual machines concept is implemented from the virtualization environment. Guys, am I clear? So if you go a little bit backward, I mean, when you talk about Windows, you don't have this mechanism. Okay, so later we have this virtualization. You are going to save a lot of what you called money, by avoiding purchasing a dedicated servers for each and every application. Okay, so okay, you're saying good, so I'm saving a lot of money, I mean, money when compared to the previous, right? But now using virtualization, there are advantages and there are a lot of disadvantages too. Okay, so advantages is, you can easily utilize the remaining space, and create a virtual machines, and you can easily manage using, there are system center components. For example, if you want to maintain virtual machine, there is a virtual machine manager software. If you want to manage backup, there is a data protection manager, so on. So but end of the day, by managing this all, you need to have a lot of admins, and you need to have a spend license for them. And if you think about it, right, after 2 years, and none of the hardware is going to be help, right? Every day, every year, hardware firmware is upgradation is going to happen. Okay, so in those situations, you have to throw your hardware into trash if they're not suitable for firmware upgradation, and you have to purchase. This is all about expenses, right? And if you think about other part, and whenever there is a project comes into for your business, and your business, once a project you have implemented applications, a lot of stuff into those servers. Once a project is get completed, you have to, it's quite difficult for to decommission, or you have to purchase a new server. There a lot of stuff is included. Again, the companies are feeling there are a lot of cost is involved, even if you're using virtualization platform. Okay, so now coming to the cloud computing. Okay, so this is cloud computing is going to help you. At first thing is you can save lot of cost. So there is a cost reduction for sure when you use cloud computing. You can ask me how can I save a cloud using cloud, how can I save money? Okay, I'll give an example, right? So simple example, I wanted to establish in a small company. Okay, I have some X users to develop an application. Okay, for that I can't go ahead and search for a company and say, start building up in a data center, keep AC to cooling them, and I can't bring the network team to deploy the complete network, and have to purchase in a storage, purchase in a servers. I have to make, there are a lot of maintenance charges. Okay, so once project is completed, again I have to look for other clients to get the project. What if I'm not getting any project? Okay, so the smaller organization thinking in this way, what if I'm not getting any projects, right? So so to avoid this kind of complications in the real time, other small, for small business, I'm not talking about only small business, even the bigger business too. Okay, so when you think about it, small businesses, right? So it is for very good for them to use in a cloud, because whenever there is project, you can just deploy the virtual machines, or you can deploy the services that are provided by the Microsoft, and you can utilize them, and whenever the project ends, you can decommission them. See how much easier it is. Okay, and the beauty of cloud is how many hours you use, how many days you use, you are going to charge for that. Okay, only the usage of your services, it decides the cost of your environment. Okay, so that's why, I mean, the beauty of cloud, you can access from anywhere in the world, right? So for example, I mean, when you're using Windows or virtualization, there is no option, you have to go to office, and if there any hardware failure, you have to check every time data center, you have to check to if any failures at the network level, all of stuff. It's quite difficult, and it's quite complicated, and it will take a lot of time to restore it back and finding the things out. So it's very very difficult. So when you use a cloud, guys, you nothing to worry, because everything is going to manage cloud provider, that is nothing but Microsoft or Amazon or Google. Okay, what you need to do, sit in front of the system, just open up the cloud portal and manage your services. So simple, right? So managing is also very simple. There are less time, easy to recover, easy to restore. Okay, this all thing happens, right? You already know what is a client operating system and what is a server operating system. Okay, when I say client operating system, all Windows 7, Windows 8, Windows 9, Windows 10, this is all client operating system. And server operating systems are 2000, 2003, 2008, 2016, and 2019. And I don't know if something is coming new. Yeah, there are called as server operating systems, right? So what is the benefits of cloud computing? As I said, you can save the cost, and there is a less administrative time and high availability. Okay, and easy to recover or restore, and no downtime, because they are providing 99.9% SLA. Guys, this is something very important in real time, because if you have any client for business, and the client is always expert 99% at least, high availability for their applications or systems, right? So when you choose any cloud, you have a lot of things to implement it, and there is a concept called availability set. So if you use that, there are Microsoft said 99.9% your applications or systems are going to be available all the times. Okay, and security also pretty much simple to configure, to easily manage your environment with a very secure manner. There are a lot of options to implement them, so we are going to cover it up all and everything in a practical manner going forward, right? So I hope you guys understand what are the benefits of the cloud computing, right? You can save the cost, you can put some less administrative time, not like working in a data center, spending a lot of time day and night. And it's a high availability configuration, easy to recover and restore, a lot of options. Okay, yeah. uh, Guys, I mean, if you have any questions still, you can ask comment session. And I believe you guys know now what is a cloud computing, right? Okay, yep, stay tuned for another video. Thank you guys.